And the edge goes between that gap. Let's take a one-hander in the right hand, ideally. Wyatt stands and admires over the offside. Look at that for a shot. Clears the fence, let alone the rope. Real flourish there from Redmayne. Finds the gap, the dive in the deep. Unable to cut it off. And the heat going along nicely here, Aussie. And that looks even better. Wyatt straight back down the ground. And a couple of bounces and over the rope. 50 partnership up with that shot. And goes again here, Wyatt. Cries of catch it straight down the throats of the reliable Matty Green in the deep. Dabbed away by Harris. And work for Peschel. It's racing away. How good a shot is that from Harris?
It's a fantastic shot by Grace Harris. Beautiful touch.
At Optus Stadium. Good looking shot by Redmayne over mid-on, up inside the circle, and that's what they need to deal in now, boundaries. Gets the bottom hand involved here. Chance in the deep, but over Matty Green for 6. The second 6 of the day. Matty Green thought she was in the game there, but it just sailed on the breeze. Harris goes for 4 this time between those two fielders, and look at the acceleration here from Gracie. Oh, brilliant by Devine. She played for that. It's so unfortunate for Grace Harris, who gives Georgia Vole the thumbs up and says, go on with the job. He was eyeing off that tree with intent. Pitched outside leg perhaps, or bat on it as well. Looks determined to bowl her opposing leggy around her legs, but pays the price.
Going for the glory wicket round the legs.
Oh, that's out. She gets her this time. Plumb in front. King v Kerr. Must watch television. And it's the Aussie on top in the end. And Harris gets that bottom hand involved. Drags it away from that fielder in the deep for a 4 to start the surge. Back in alongside Erin Osborne for the climax to this innings, and Harris on fire, clears long on. Trying to change the angle here to Harris, who has her eye in already. Deft little flick around the corner, but the field well placed. And Harris goes cheaply in the end.
To allow the others to capitalise on it.
Good looking shot from Knott, clears backward square inside the circle for a 4 off Marizanne Kapp. Any boundary off the South African is a bonus.
Been that 8 to 12 off those overs to get near that 160, as you said.
It's gone straight up off a leading edge. Piper Cleary calls her name and takes the court and bowled. 56 off 46 so far for JJ with the bat. And able to beat short fine. Off the mark with a 4.
They're out of it, throwing it up there, encouraging the risk, but then just getting the drop.
That time just straying on line, and Jonathan did not miss out to kick off the Super 12 and going on with the job to play in a semi tonight. Jonathan finds the gap on the offside for 4 more. It's a handy little innings now for JJ. Reverse sweep attempted and gets enough bat on it here. Jonathan, another race in the field, and the ball wins. And bowls her, targets middle stump, and Kapp has her first victim of the day. Georgia Vole out for 9 off 14. It was a struggle in the end for the power hitter. Winds up, outside edge found, and Kapp's on a hat-trick here to close out the innings. Vastrica out first ball. 10 on strike. Hancock, edge, oh, Mooney couldn't drag in the hat-trick potential there. Couldn't get a glove to it. So Hancock finishes with a boundary off the only ball that she faced, and Marizanne Kapp that close to a second. Exactly the same as what the Scorchers did earlier in their bowling effort. Jonathan drags it down first up, and Mooney finds the gap to the sweeper in the deep. Sipple out there at deep mid-wicket. What do you make of pace?
Sides not making many changes, so you want to start forming those strong relationships.
Able to get it over the infield that time. Got the bottom hand involved. The width was on offer. Off the outside edge and a chance, and Knott makes no mistake. It's a big wicket. Devine falls cheaply again. In the power play, Charlie Knott's turn, turning it away from Mooney. And outside edge of the batter's found, and they buy a wicket here. Massive wicket. Mooney out in the power play as well.
To create doubt.
Reverse sweep attempted at turn the other way, and she's given her wicket away, Paparo. Safe catch from Laura Harris. And a big win for Amelia Kerr in her second over. Does Cap go for broke here? None off 5. And Vastrica didn't fancy getting her hands on that one. It flew past the bowler for a much needed boundary. Second over for Hancock. And return catch taken so nonchalantly. Gets rid of Cap. Scorchers in a big hole now. And Hancock has a new PB. 15 wickets in a WBBL season. Reverse sweep, well struck. And Laura Harris diving into action again. Got a decent hand on it, but it still goes for 4. Pace off from Vastrica. Well struck by Carmichael. And there is her first boundary.
Oh, it was a terrific shot. Fast hands. She's a hockey player.
Short ball. Johnston called out of it by a short fine, and the safe catch taken, so the surge brings a wicket. Oh, bowls her with the wrong one. Edgar didn't pick it. Oh, got hold of that. That is perfect from Green. Has been searching for that. Same kind of ball. One bounce to Jonathan and direct hits. And that's the end of Maddie Green giving herself up. Johnson just deadly with that left arm. Full toss. And Fielder in action down there at fine leg. It's a team hat-trick potential here. 2 wickets in 2 balls as Sipple holds on, and Hancock is the joint leading wicket taker. A couple of Heat players, top of the pops right there of the day. And flicked away off the cue end in the end from Lily Mills. And it's a comprehensive win for the Brisbane Heat, who split their encounters with the Perth Scorchers.